Hey everybody, this is Shane, and today we're checking out an awesome Polar Express mock by Marine One Lego Man. Welcome back everyone. So this thing is huge. You can see it kind of goes off of my space here that I have to film this. So we're gonna break this down into the main engine and then the tender. But real quick, this is a mock of the Polar Express. It is the Pere Marquette. I think that's how you say that, I don't know. Engine number 1225. The details on this are crazy. This took, I mean, honestly, a crazy long time to actually build going off of his directions, but it's very cool and I really wanted to show it to you guys. So first off, let's go ahead and start with the engine. All right, and here's our engine. This thing is massive. I mean, here's my hand for scale. It's only about half of the actual engine is my hand. So it's a good, probably almost what, 14 inches long, roughly. It weighs a few pounds, maybe 2 to 3 pounds, because it's just a ton of Legos. But I mean, just look at this thing. The details are crazy. The way that all of these linkages come together, this kind of just floats on top and will move up and down as the wheels move up and down. Let's see if I can get that to go here. There we go. See how that moves like that? That's really hard to do. But I mean, there's lots of different things to the wheels. It's got a front kind of guide here. Then all of these are standard, are kind of stuck together there. And then there's a back total movable piece here. You can see how that pops right off with tiles. So that just kind of slides right on top. But yeah, I mean, the details on all the sides, all of like the tanks and linkages and just crazy details. And each side is a smidge different. There are a lot of similarities, but there are some differences, especially up here on the top between the left and right side. Just a little bit of something just to give it that just look of interesting. So I did try to modify this to make this be one of the actual Lego powered up motors, or I guess like the wheels that move. And I just honestly could not figure it out. I tried for quite a while. I prototyped it for probably a few nights and just couldn't figure out how to get the wheels to fit. So I ended up powering up the tender, which we'll look at next. But yeah, I mean, again, just all of the details on this thing are just crazy. And then going even into all the way into the details of the conductor booth. I really want to get a conductor for this. It's one thing I don't have, but getting a Polar Express conductor I think would just totally complete this. But yeah, it's a very cool engine, lots of details. The other thing is the build is 99% black, so it takes an absolute ton of time to build and source all the parts because they're all black. Like, there's nothing inside that's a different color, which would have made things a lot easier. How Lego designs their sets, you know, the internals are be different colors. None of that was done here, so yeah, it made that a little bit longer to build. So let me pull up the tender here now. Okay, here is the tender. Again, it has the name here on the side. Lots of bricks. These are all 1x, full-size bricks on all the sides of it. Up top, you can see there's lots and lots of studs. So these are just so it looks like there's coal up in there. The actual powered up engine is in here, and both of these wheels are engine wheels. So you can really move this engine because it's so heavy. This has to have a ton of heft to it to be able to push the nearly 2 to 3 pound engine and actually get those wheels moving. So this is able to do that with 2 wheels. He did have designed for it to be the single one, and then if you go ahead and open, all right, so it opens up just like that, and there you can see our motor with the 2 connections there. But yeah, so it's only held on by 6 studs on there. Just hard to remember which way that goes. So there's not a ton of detailing on this part, but it does fit like all the aspect of it. So here there are some slants in here so that if this was an actual like coal-fired engine, all of your coal would come out to here so they could shovel it into the actual engine. There's some steps down here which are really cool. This is where the main engine hooks into. It doesn't use bogies, which is actually great because the bogies would not be able to hold. The engine is too heavy, the tender's too heavy, so it has to use an actual linkage type system using some Technic parts But it is identical on both sides. There's no differentiation anywhere. There we go. Oh, I forgot. It is a 7 wide, so it is a bit bigger than anything else. Here's kind of cool on the back. There's like some steps and a handrail going up there, which I liked. I did put a regular bogie on here to be able to connect the Polar Express cars that you saw in my previous video. And again, there's also steps here on the back to be able to get up to that. So again, this is a super cool mock that I really wanted to show off because it took forever to make. Again, it's not my design. I'll put a link for the designer down below. I did not do anything like recreate this in studio like I did with the other models of his, which were the Polar Express train cars. This one was just so complicated, I really did not feel like doing that. But the design of this, there is some instructions, but I used a lot of the 3D file to be able to figure it out. And it worked out well. You know, I was able to get it done. Just took a lot of time, several nights. So I went ahead and used my vinyl cutter to be able to make the numbers and everything. I just threw them into Illustrator. I found a file that had these tiles already like pre-sized in there, so I just had to find a font that looked okay, print those out. If I am able to link those below, I will, but like I said, I'll definitely link the design for this down there because it was super cool. So if you're looking for something to add to your Christmas list for later this year, because if you can build this for Christmas this year, it's great. But definitely something to have. I have this and my 3 cars on display. They're not actually running around a track, but they are on display for people to look at because they are just super duper cool. Well, that's all I have today. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for checking out this mock. Again, all the links will be down below. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content from me. So thank you for watching, and see you later.